Welcome back to another episode of Iron Towns Engineering. Today we're going to be working on this again. Now, as I said in the last video, I've already ordered the wheels. They're here. Unfortunately, I ordered them on the assumption that they were, all Acties were 4x100, because that seems to be what everyone gets, and that seems to be the actual size of the PCD. But because it's a TA, my mate told me they're different. They're 4x120. And I was like, they can't be, not for one generation. But no, they are. So I had to take all the measurements down, and I've got to make some adapter spacers for them. So while we're waiting for the material, I thought I'd show you guys the wheels. So let's go see the wheels quickly. So these are the wheels that I went for as well. They got here quite quick, to be fair. I ended up having to pay double what I paid for the wheels, just for the postage, and then for the tax to get them in the country. It's unbelievable. But this is what I went with, right? SSR Mark 1s, 10-inch. I think they're 10x6s. They came with the centre caps as well. I cannot believe how cheap I got these. I mean, I know they need a refurb and stuff, but I mean, like the bolts, they're all naffed really, so I'm going to be getting all them out and that, and getting some stainless steel hardware in there and seeing if this will polish up, but I think they'll look a treat, to be fair. Right, so we're now going to start making the wheel spacers for the Acti, because the material's now tipped up. So we've got some 6-inch billets here, 30mm thick, and these are the rough dimensions that I've got to do for the Acti. So the back edge was quite weird, because on the hub, it seems to have like, obviously the hub anyway, but it doesn't go flat to the actual drum of the brake. It's got this weird chamfer, so I've had to make a double step here. But anyway, these are the dimensions, and these are the ones for the SSRs, for the centre ball for the SSRs. So yeah, and I was wrong in the first video. It's 4x120, not 4x100. So we're going from 4x100 to 4x120, and I think I said in the video 4x100 by 4x110. So I wrote the program in our old bad boy here, transfer it over to the newer bad boy, and do all the editing for that. So let's crack on with that one. So the program's all set on the little Puma, but we've got to bang a 50mm hole in the billets to start with. So we're on the big Puma at the minute, and we're going to drive this 50mm U-drill straight through there. Oh, it's going to be fun. In about a minute. Could probably go a bit quicker on that, but it's coming out with such a nice finish that nah, I will leave it as it is. Alright, so we're now all tooled up, we're now all set up, and we're now all edited. Let's see if this works. And that's the first end for the front ones. And I say for the front ones because it was only by sheer luck that I checked yesterday on the rear axle, and they're different, so we've got to do a different one for them.
Later.
And that's the rear's done. As you notice, completely different from the fronts. So that one's got a 57mm bore, this one's got a 52mm. So yep, back ends are now done. Let's sort the soft jaws out and do a program for the fronts. And that's the first end to fit in the wheels. one 20mm spacer for the rear, ready to go. So that's the rears done. Now I've got to do the fronts, and then we can start doing the PCDs.
20 minutes later.
So we had a little bit more time, so I was able to get the PCD done. So I've got a 4x120, so then 4 and a 4x100s. Now we need to obviously do the counter bore hole here, so it suits the wheel nut and the angle. And on the back we need to do a flat bottom to suit the head of the stud. But the main bulk of it is now done. Magic, mate. So with the spacers done like this, that's the majority of the hard work done. But obviously you can't put it on the car like this. You need the counter bore holes and a seat for the wheel nuts to locate on. So we're going to have to open them out. So we've had to turn up this to flat bottom drill bit because we ain't got a milling cutter what's big enough to do it. So that's going to be the one that opens out the holes big enough to put a socket in to do the hole up. And then we've got to do the seat, which is a 30-degree, 60-degree seat. So we're able to get away with using a centre drill, open the seat up. So we've got one in, program's in. So let's see how this one comes out. Sweet. So as you can see here, we've got the seat for the nut and the hole for the socket. So this is the nut, sits within there, and it's inside the spacer, so it's not going to foul the wheel when you put it on. Magic. So just got to run a burr around, a deburr around all of these, get rid of the burr, and then we can move on to doing the other side and doing the holes for the studs. So we had to do a program for the studs, so we had to open out the holes and do the seats for the studs. So the program was all done and this is what they look like. So let's come out with these ones like this. So got one over here that I've done. So basically what happens is the stud will go in like that, and then we've got to drive it in. So let's go drive them in. Right, so we're now going to press in the studs. So we're going to be using this piece of museum art. It's called a fly press. So let's get these studs in. And that's the studs all pressed in. Magic. Magic, mate. So now we might have to just check them and just make sure that they are true, but they're in. And that is 4 wheel spacers all done. Look at that, mate. Fucking lovely job. 4x120 to 4x100s, 20mm thick. So obviously that's the SSR. That's the front one. Straight in the back. As you can see, if I just rotate it slightly when I do the wheel nuts, because they've got to be sleeve nuts, they'll be dead set in the middle of the holes. Happy fucking days. So that's them now all done.
Right, so with the spaces now all done, basically we need to make the nuts, because the nuts on the SSRs are them tuner sleeved ones. They go inside the wheel. I've got a set of them because I've got a set of 15-inch SSRs, but when I tried them in the wheel, they didn't fit. So these are the ones that I've got. All right,
and they are 17mm on here, and they're great, right? They're fine. But they're not what I need. I need a 15mm to go in the hole, and I've been trying to look for them and I can't find them. So I genuinely just thought I'm going to make my own. So using some 19mm stainless hex that we got laying around. This is scrap, by the way. I had about 1.5 meters, maybe about 0.4 of a metre as well, and I thought that should be enough to get me my 16 wheel nuts. So we designed it in the fat, we've done all the editing, and we sent it through to TMC20. So let's see how one comes out. Right, one has just been spat out. So this is what has turned. 15mm on there, with a 8.75 hole through the middle of it, because it's 1.25 pitch M10. That looked quite tidy. Need to deburr the front here, but I'll do another program for that, and I'm going to hand tap it, but that's quite tidy. Let's see if it fit in the wheel. Hey, magic. Right, it's just now in the wheel. So yeah, let's rattle them out, and then we've got to make the washers. So we've got all the nuts done now. Look at that. Magic. So we've got all the nuts done now. So now we need to make the washers. And these are the washers. Obviously they're too big for these ones now, because these ones fit the old ones. So that's that. So 17mm. So you try and put it on one of the 15s. Rattles around like a prick in the top there. So we found this length of 316 in the scrap bin. I'm telling you, genuinely in the fucking scrap bin. So we're going to bore out the hole just a little bit to get it to 15mm, turn this down a couple of mil as well, and then part it off, and we'll have the washers. And there we go, fresh out of the machine. One of the washers. Obviously deburr the back, but it'll be like that one, and then that obviously sits inside it. I ain't going to go on because I ain't deburred the bag, but once I deburred the bag, that'll fit lovely.
So we've got the spaces done, we've got the nuts done, and we've got all the washers done. And the thing is with the nuts though, they are not threaded yet, because we didn't have a tap to thread them. So they're just plain hole. So I ordered some taps. They've just tipped up. So we are now going to be tapping these with the M10 1.25 taps. Now I could have done them on the live tool and on the Puma, but if I'm honest with you, I don't really trust it. I don't like the fact that I just don't like it when it's power taps, because a tap could just break so easy. Because these are 316, it's a little bit tougher than obviously your mild steel and stuff like that. So I'm going to be hand tapping them. So let's get on with that. 16 of them to do, plus a couple of spares. So we just took that one out, cleaned it all up. Let's see if it works. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right. Yep, happy with that. So we've got 16 more to do. that's all of them done. Nice little stack of them there. All the nuts are now done on them. So now let's test them on the car. Oh, the little truck. Let's test them on the little truck. That's a bit better. Right, so we're now back with the truck. So let's see if all of our labours were worth it. Seemed to work a treat.
Look at that, mate. Beautiful. They don't stick out too far past the arch neither. There's a little bit of balloony stretched tyres and that won't look out of place for the fronts. I'm happy with that.
So let's try the rears, because I know the rears are a bit wider. They fit, mate, look at that.
Oh, brilliant. They look banging. They look bloody awesome. It's still, the rear one sticks out a little bit, but I am in no way worried about that whatsoever, if I'm honest with you. Put a bit of balloon stretch tyre on there and that, and that'd be great. And grand, stick it on its arse, that'd be lovely. Oh, that's gonna look a treat, that. Fantastic. Love it.
And this time I was actually able to save the programs for making the spacers. So in the future, when things aren't so busy, I might be able to make these adapter spacers for selling, really. And any other kind of PCD adapters. I might see if I can draw up a program for the one on the Z20 again, because a lot of people have been asking for that one. But yeah. Anyway, guys, cheers for watching this episode of Iron Talons Engineering. Hope you enjoyed it. It was been a busy week, really. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all again on the next one. All right, see ya.